stairs. Hit one for a monster. Let's go. It's time to make some gains. Cheers. Cheers.
Between the spaces where we long.
Exactly an inch, hard to see.
What's going on YouTube? It is the day of this deadlift session. It's later that night, my bad. And so I got 500 successfully. I didn't pull it exactly how I wanted to. It wasn't a great pull, but there's some commentary on the end of the video, I think. So definitely something I want to pull off the ground in the future. And I definitely need to work on a couple things with my deadlift form, specifically keeping my core tight, because I'm getting better at the speed and my technique, but my lower back now is kind of becoming the weakest link, which it's never ever been, because I usually pulled lighter than I could. But anyways, it took me a while to work up to the deadlifts. I had to rush this workout and leave it, or like cut it off a little early, which is fine because my knee is still, you know, doing its thing. So I had a doctor's appointment at 1 o'clock and I got in the gym around 10:45, so I had to get out of there by around noon, which I did. So I cut off like the athlete's choice and the core, but I still did up and down planks, so it's whatever, no big deal. Here was 325 on barbell shrugs. I did 225 and 275 for a couple easy sets, and then I just put another 25 on, so that'd be 325. And that was a little too heavy, but I still got the reps, just not huge range of motion, but it was pretty intense, so that was alright. After the barbell rows, it was lunges, 3 sets of 15, so I grabbed a 35-pound bar, and then a 50-pound bar, and then I think a 65-pound bar. So definitely really light, but I was happier with my form on these. I did go to the doctor today, and I'll talk about that in a future video. Just go over everything we talked about, because I feel like it can help some people out. It took me weeks to find somebody that was worth going to, and that took my insurance and everything. It's really difficult to get appointments to see doctors, especially down here in South Florida. They're all really busy. It's hard to get in touch with the appointment lines. It was just really overall bad experience, but the doctor ended up being cool, and I don't know, he's referred me to a sports physical therapist that does a lot of muscle activation techniques and works with athletes, not just kind of like a generic physical therapist. So I'm hoping that, given all the stuff we went over and the x-rays they have, they'll be able to better serve me than the last physical therapist's office I went to. But anyways, after the lunges, I hit calves. I'm thinking, since I can't squat, you know, my 1 rep max when I feel like it these days. I'm just gonna kind of divert those efforts to my calf work. So I figured if I can't get as big as quads as I want, I might as well kill the calves and make them grow. So that's kind of my goal in the next few weeks, just to crush calves with like double the volume. So I did seated calves, and I did some up and down planks, the 50 reps while I was warming up, which you're seeing here. But yeah, I only hit tibialis for 2 sets, but it was the heaviest I've done it. Either way, it's not a big deal. I just wanted to get some of the work in, but you can see my calves popping right here, looking really good on the 2 plates. I went up to 3, did 2 sets there, and now is that. My calves have been sore every day for a week. So anyways, stay tuned for some footage after, and I'll see you guys soon for a bench session. Peace. What's good, YouTube? Alright, so just did a 1-inch block pull. I honestly can't remember if I've ever pulled 500 off 1 inch. I think I did it off 4 inches. I did 495 off 4 inches, like, I don't know, was it maybe 2 months ago? And I was like, whoa, I can't believe I smoked that. I didn't realize, you know, that's actually pretty easy for how strong I was. And then I did 500 off 2 inches, which was a plate in one of those mats. I was wearing my gray cutoff. That was a few weeks ago, maybe 4 weeks ago, and now it called for a max deadlift off 1 inch. So I went straight to 500 after warming up, and honestly, I showed my buddy who got to the gym later the rep, and I never watched it, but it felt terrible. Like, there was insane pressure on my lower abs, and like, not like I was gonna get a hernia, but you know, when you kind of lose some of that tightness in your posterior chain, it just, like, the force builds on the front of, I don't know. At least it does for me. But then I looked at the rep and it looks fine. So what I need to do with deadlifting is, I used to focus on keeping my lower back tight. That was my main focus, like, pretty much since I started deadlifting. Never the speed, never the like explosiveness off the floor, never the lockout. I never focused on that. I always just focused on keeping my lower back straight and pulling whatever I could. So I gotta go back to doing my rep work with an extreme focus on my lower back tightness, because if I can pull 500 due to technique, but my lower back gives out, then I can't really pull it, or I'm gonna hurt myself. That's how I feel like I would get injured. But I'm fine, I feel fine, and the rep was just, the thing is it went up at a good speed, but my body mechanics weren't right. So I'm using the right technique as far as completing the rep, but my lower back wasn't where it should have been. It looks fine though, so I mean, it's just nitpicking, because those little problems and little adjustments you can make will really keep you, I feel like, from getting injured. So anyways, it's a good workout. It's Monday. Saturday was weekend workout. Will be up before this. You guys probably just saw it, and this will be up shortly after, hopefully the same day or the day after. I don't want to bore you guys with 2 of the same lifting videos, but peace. It's hot as food.